Hello, I'm Claire and I'm a second year student in motion design at Merida Design School. Today I will be talking to you about the language of motion. So when I think of motion design, I think of it as an animated version of graphic design because it pulls on all of the same core principles and skills that are taught to us in the field of graphic design. It makes use of illustration, photography, typography to create visually rich compositions that engage with our audience. But when we use motion design, suddenly we are opened up to an entirely new way to engage with our audiences, ways in which graphic design just can't manage. Illustration becomes animation and photography becomes cinematic. The motion design canvas unlocks unlimited possibilities to engage with our audiences. The world of motion enables us to create and deliver complex ideas in a simple way to anyone, from children to elderly, in a way that they can engage with and understand. Now let's have a look at how the language of motion is used to unpack and explain some of today's most complex stories. You'd have to be hiding under a rock to not have seen the devastating and heartbreaking conflict that is currently going down in the Ukraine. Now, as someone who didn't completely understand the origins behind this conflict, I found it really overwhelming trying to put the pieces together based on text and articles alone. That's when I came across this really informative explainer video by The Economist.
The world's attention is on the border between Russia and Ukraine, the site of the biggest military buildup in Europe since the Cold War. Russia has already annexed Crimea, part of Ukrainian territory, and plunged Donbass in Ukraine's southeast into a separate conflict. How did Ukraine become a flashpoint between Russia and the West? And why won't Russia leave Ukraine alone? Vladimir Putin is determined to keep Ukraine in Russia's orbit and keep it out of alliances with others.
So this motion explainer video really broke the story down for me with the use of simple yet engaging visuals in support with auditory information, making it completely digestible. With an ever-increasing amount of media taking up space in every corner of our digital lives, it's no wonder that our attention spans are getting shorter. People no longer want to engage in content that they find boring, when something more interesting is just a click away. You need to make your audiences perk up when they come across your content, and that's why motion is super effective as a marketing tool, far more so than reading. Visually, we consume data 60,000 times faster than reading alone. So a really beautiful example of how motion design is used as a marketing tool is this commercial by G-Star in collaboration with Glassworks. This commercial I'm about to show you takes you through a moody and magical world of the denim making process from beginning to end. Wow, the macro photography, the cuts and film angles, the soundtrack, all the tiny little details, the rhythm and pace, everything was just seamless, and honestly I loved everything about that commercial. And I think that's what I love the most about the language of motion, is that we're not limited by anything but our imagination. With clever illustration and animation, we can find visually engaging ways to deliver some of the world's most complex stories through to brand product campaigns. The possibilities are truly endless. Thank you for tuning into my vlog today. I look forward to catching you again next week for my next one.